What would happen if the world stopped rotating for just 1 second? It may sound like a relatively harmless event, but it would actually cause a lot of chaos. People would be flung off the planet, buildings would collapse, and gigantic waves would crash into the coasts. And that's just the beginning. You see, the Earth isn't just floating in space. It's whizzing around the sun at 67 miles per second, which is 108 kilometers per second. At that speed, we go around the sun once every 365 days, give or take a few hours. But that's not all. The Earth also rotates on its axis, going from one side to the other in about 27 days. This rotation is what gives us day and night, and makes our planet look like a spinning ball rather than a pancake. Now, even though we're used to these speeds, they're actually quite fast. So fast, in fact, that if the Earth suddenly stopped rotating, everything on it would continue to move forward at 920 miles per hour, which is 1,500 kilometers per hour. Cars would keep driving, planes would keep flying, and people would keep walking until gravity pulled them back down to the ground. But wait a minute, there's more. Since the Earth is also orbiting the Sun, we're traveling around the Sun at 67 miles per second, which is 108 kilometers per second. So when the Earth stops rotating, everything on it keeps moving forward at this speed too. As a result, if the world stopped rotating for just 1 second, we'd feel an intense jolt of acceleration as we continue moving forward at 67 miles per second, which is 108 kilometers per second. That's equivalent to a force of 7 to 8 Gs. For context, fighter pilots typically experience about 9 Gs when they're training for dogfights. After that initial jolt, we'd probably experience a few seconds of weightlessness before everything came crashing down on the other side. In other words, we'd feel like we were on a roller coaster that had just hit the highest point of the biggest hill and was now plummeting down the other side. But instead of a few seconds of weightlessness, we'd experience about 2 minutes of weightlessness because the Earth's gravity would momentarily pull us towards the center of the planet before everything started falling back down on the other side. As a result, the side of the planet that was flung upwards during the 2 minutes of weightlessness would be met with a gigantic wave when everything came crashing back down. These waves would be so large that they would essentially act like tsunamis and could potentially wipe out coastal cities. And while all of this is happening, the sky would look a little weird too. You see, since the Earth is rotating, the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west. If the Earth stops rotating, the sun will appear to hover in the sky and won't move at all. Also, half of the planet would be plunged into darkness, while the other half experiences 6 hours of daylight. It would be nighttime in Africa and the Middle East, while it's daytime in North America and most of Europe. When the Earth eventually starts rotating again, which it would do after a very short period of time, we'd experience another jolt of acceleration in the opposite direction. These sudden changes in speed and direction would likely throw off our internal biological clocks, messing with our sleep cycles and potentially causing widespread disorientation and confusion. The good news is that these drastic changes would only last for a few seconds. The bad news is that those few seconds would likely feel like an eternity. So if you ever find yourself in this situation, try to stay calm and remember that it'll be over before you know it. Just don't look up because the sky would look pretty weird. So there you have it. A glimpse into what would happen if the world stopped rotating for just 1 second. While it might seem like a simple hypothetical, it really makes you appreciate the incredible forces and complexities that are constantly at play in our universe. From the Earth's rotation to its orbit around the sun, there are so many factors that come together to make life on our planet possible. So next time you look up into the night sky, take a moment to appreciate the incredible forces that are keeping us in our little blue dot, hurtling through space at incredible speeds. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and subscribe for more informative and entertaining content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.